Hey you guys, Miss Terry here. Thank you so much for stopping by my website. I wanted to do this video to answer hopefully a couple of questions you might have about what it's like to get a reading with me, why I read, a little bit more about me, and I have a little set of notes because I don't want to forget anything. So if I'm looking down, that's why. I'll try not to though. So the first thing I wanted to talk to people about was how I read and what I do. Technically, I'm an intuitive reader, but I consider myself a vibrational healer. And the reason why I consider myself that is because with the time that I have taken to connect with spirit guides, angels, God, ancestors, what happens is when people get a reading with me, the whole team, the angel team, and I will refer to them as your team, they are trying to help you get to whatever your next best, greatest good is. So it's not necessarily just an entertaining type thing. It really is helping you to get to your path, get some questions answered, get some insight on the direction that would be for your greatest and your highest good. Any lessons that you might be in the middle of, the angels will talk to you about that. Let's see. One of the major things that happens when people get a reading from me is that they shift. So you might call me and you might be feeling down, you might be feeling lost, confused, unclear. And when you get the reading, your angels, it's like an opportunity for you to have an HR meeting with your angels. So what happens is they come in and they show us the energy they're trying to release from you. They show us the energy that you are walking into. So a lot of times they can help alleviate some of the heaviness and the confusion that you're feeling so that you will feel better after the reading. That's why you can call and get your vibration shift quickly, because that's literally the space that I hold as I'm doing what I'm doing. A lot of people ask me, can I channel their loved ones? I don't advertise as a medium because technically for mediumship, most times the person that's their intention. Like, let's go in and talk to your Aunt Betty. And for me, I'm not necessarily trying to go in and talk to your Aunt Betty. I'm trying to go in and talk to your angels and your spirit guides. If Aunt Betty can come through, if Aunt Betty is like strong enough to make her presence known, she can come through and she may say something to you or give you a message, but that's not the primary thing that I specifically advertise for my session. Because even though Aunt Betty might be telling you something nice, if it's not going to shift you, or if it's not something that's going to make you happy, then 9 times out of 10, it's not something that will happen. Now, sometimes people get really stuck in grief and their loved ones will come through to give them a message to help move them out of the grief, because it's better for them not to be in all that heaviness. So, somebody will come through then. But like I said, that's not the main thing that I advertise as far as for my gift. Mine is talking to your angels and your spirit guides. Now, everybody has angels and spirit guides that have been with you on your whole journey. So they know everything. They know the things you're thinking. They know what you've been through. So that's why that's the method I prefer to connect to when I'm reading. Also, none of this is possible without being able to connect with God. I definitely feel like angels are assigned to you from God, like to help look out for you on this journey. So nothing happens without God. So I'm not into anything dark or heavy. Now, it does exist. Like, let me be clear. The dark exists, but that's not my lane. And sometimes people get energy sent to them, energy projected onto them. Sometimes people have generational curses. Sometimes people have curses from people actually doing work against them. One thing about me when I read is that if I can't help you, 9 times out of 10, I can refer you to somebody else who can help you. And that is only because I'm not here to be everybody's everything. And I'm not here to build people to be a crutch on me as far as getting readings. Everything goes back to God. So a lot of times your angels are going to encourage you to strengthen the connection that you have with whatever you consider the Most High or the divine. I don't know why you would be getting a reading if you were not connected to any type of higher spirituality. So I was going to say, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, sidebar, don't get distracted. So I'm focused on God and what God has for you and like clearing up the channel. Because sometimes we get mad at God. Sometimes, you know, we fell out with God. And after doing a little bit of work, you probably will be guided back to that relationship. Just because to me, without that, life gets very hard here on earth. So let me see what else I want to talk about. Sometimes in order to connect to your loved ones, people who are really interested in that, you have to raise your vibration a little bit. Sometimes you may be too heavy. So imagine it like, let's say you're here and your angels and your loved one is there. You guys have to be able to meet in the middle so that they're on the same frequency so that the messages can come through. So sometimes if you're too low and if you can't raise up a bit, it's like the message is not going to come clear. So some ways, there's different techniques you can do to raise your vibration and try to elevate. Spiritual baths, praying. Even if you don't know how to pray, reading about praying, reading about angels, reading about things that are of a higher vibration. Sometimes people aren't into meditating because it's too plain and they're just sitting in the atmosphere. So you may be interested in doing a guided meditation that's going to raise up your vibration and help you feel better. The reason why I'm referencing the whole raising of the vibration is that, as you probably already know, Earth has gotten heavy. There's a lot of heavy energy. I don't want to say getting heavy. It's been heavy for a long time. However, it's my belief through the meditation and through the messages that I have been shared with, you can have heaven on earth or you can have hell on earth. So a lot of times the things that you want, they may be on a higher vibration than you are. So that means raising yourself up so that you can be on the same level and you can resonate with what it is that you're trying to get or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And sometimes there's work that you need to do. This isn't like a magic pill or a magic bullet or anything like that. Sometimes you really got to work on yourself. You really got to sit with emotions that you don't want to sit with. Like, so when a lot of people don't want to do the self-reflection and they don't want to find out what's underneath the patterns that they're creating in their lives, that's when it gets hard. That's when it gets like a heavier version of Earth. So I feel like the more you can get in touch with who you are, what you came to do, your purpose, what your angels and guides have for you, I feel like you'll have a higher, better experience. Let's see. Looking at my notes. Also in the readings, anything that's blocking you from success will typically come up. If it's a pattern of procrastination, or if it's self-sabotage, or if somebody's doing work against you, or if you're under the energy of generational curse, or if it's just heavy emotions that need to be moved, whatever the block is, it typically comes up and Spirit shares that with you so that you can raise up to the next level and get to your next highest and greatest. That literally is the area that I have been working in since I've actually started reading, and I've been reading for over 12 years now, so this isn't just like overnight or anything like that. I think it's good for me to be able to do it full time in this time that I'm in right now, but my other profession is healing work. I'm a Reiki master. I do Reiki healing, and then I also do massage therapy. So because of the COVID, I slowed down with the Reiki and the massage therapy in person, but I'm still able to do readings over the phone for people. So right now, that's where I'm putting the emphasis at until things get a little bit better to where I feel comfortable being hands-on, one-on-one with people. Sorry, neighbor's kid is going crazy on video. if I knew how to edit, I would cut this part out, but I haven't learned editing yet, so we got a screaming kid in the video. Some people might be like, oh, you should have knew that. Well, I should have talked faster, probably. Anyway, so if I can't help you with the experience that I have I've been working with bodies, like I said, 12 years, hands-on, I can refer you to somebody who can help you, because that's really what it's about, helping get into the next level. But you got to do your work. Like, sometimes your angels and guides will give you homework to do. Do your homework. If you don't do your homework, it's okay, because each time you get a reading, it's like a new opportunity to try again. But like I said, this is not a magic pill for somebody to just take all your problems away. This helps you get the clarity that you need. I truly believe that God wants the best for us, and I'm very spiritual. However, I believe that sometimes people get locked into certain religions and they get very stuck. I've had people who were different religions come for a reading, and they'll say things like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. Oh, I was always warned about getting readings because, you know, I thought it would be something demonic or whatever. And I'm like, I don't operate in the dark. Now, don't get me wrong. The dark is out there and people do stuff all the time, but that's just not what I'm here to do. That's not my purpose. That's not my lane. And sometimes you do have to fight dark with dark, depending on whatever's going on in your situation. But then that will be something that I could refer you out to somebody that I trust. But that's just not the lane that I operate in. Let's see what else. I think that's about it for now to help you decide if you want to choose a reading with me or not. The duration, that's one thing I can mention. I have a short reading where we can do 20 minutes. That 20 minutes can get either one question asked, or if you have a range you want to hit, we can do as much as we can in that amount of time, and then the time stops. Then if you need like a little more time, there's a 30-minute reading. So we go a little further. And then the longest reading that I have is an hour. So you can pick which one you want depending on what you want to work on. I would book on the longer side than on the shorter side, because once spirit gets going, I feel like information will come out about a lot of stuff. One thing about me when I read is that it can get deep. And people may be thinking they're just going to get a little something on the surface, but spirit can really go deep on what's going on and what's the cause. A lot of times people will ask, well, why this, why that, why this, why that? Literally, spirit will give you an answer, but really the answer to that may not even have anything to do with what you really want to know. So sometimes they'll be like, is somebody cheating on me? Yeah. But do you want to know why they're cheating on you so that you can correct it, so that people don't keep cheating on you? Wouldn't that be a better thing to know? What's the cause of all this? Where's all this coming from? So it's not about just citing it like a psychic. It's about holding the space, getting you to what you need. Like if you have a pattern of being cheated on repeatedly and you're asking, is your partner cheating on you? How about let's fix this so that you don't have to keep doing this on repeat? That'd be good, right? So that's literally the style. Or if you're having problems with income or employment or not liking jobs or family members or whatever it is, Spirit's going to give you the tools that you need so that you can get to your next level, so that you don't have to keep going round and round in circles. So if that's something that interests you, feel free, book a session. I have all kinds of times available. It's easy to do it online. You do have to pay when you book, but that's only to reserve your spot, because, and if you miss your appointment, 9 times out of 10 what I do is give you a credit, unless somebody bought it for you and you're really totally not interested, so you didn't keep the appointment on purpose. Now, sometimes when people are buying like a gift certificate for somebody, I would prefer them to do that so that when the person is ready, they can schedule. Sometimes people will schedule a reading for somebody and drop it on them cold turkey. And it's really not fair to the person, because they may not be ready. Like, you may be ready. Oh my God, I'm at Miss Terry. You got to get a reading. They may not be ready. So if you're going to get a reading for somebody, I would prefer you to get a gift certificate so they could use it at their own speed, instead of just springing it on them. Like, hey, you're getting a reading today at 12 o'clock. Ta-da! Like, not everybody's where you are with that. So, like I said, feel free to book. Click the, I think it's the book now button. I'm going to leave this video on my website so that you will be able to find it there. So, I think it's up on the toolbar, the book now button. TerryBeale.com, in case this video goes somewhere else. TerryBeale.com is where you would actually book online, and I hope to talk to you soon. Your angels and your guides would love to share with you things that you need to know to get to your next level. So I will talk to you guys in another video soon, and have an awesome day.